Is the electric vehicle giant's golden age coming to an end? Tesla, once the clear leader in the electric vehicle (EV) market, is now facing challenges from international trade tensions, government restrictions, and declining sales. Canadian authorities have stopped millions of dollars in rebates, and European consumers are not buying Tesla cars. This is a big challenge for Tesla. The problems Tesla is having are a sign of how complicated global trade policies, political leadership, and corporate strategy can be in the automotive industry.
As I made clear to President Trump in our call last week, I will reject all attempts to weaken Canada.
Demonstrators say they are against Tesla CEO Elon Musk's political involvement and support of President Trump's push to make Canada the 51st state.
Tesla's Canadian crisis and government response. Tesla is facing a big problem in Canada. The government has removed Tesla from its electric vehicle incentive programs and frozen past payments, including a significant 43 million Canadian dollar rebate. This happened because Tesla is accused of not playing fair in Canada's IZEV program. The controversy began when Tesla submitted a large application just as Canada announced that the budget for its IZEV program was almost gone. Tesla claimed to have sold 8,653 cars in just 4 dealerships in Canada over a single weekend. The Canadian Automobile Dealers Association said this was unrealistic, saying it was like selling one car every 30 seconds. This made the Canadian government suspicious, so they launched an investigation and stopped all payments. Tesla's requests for incentives jumped from 300 to 5,800 in a short period. The Canadian government saw this as a way to manipulate the system. This wasn't Tesla's first time using controversial methods to maximize incentives. In 2019, when the IZEV program required vehicles to meet a price limit of 45,000 Canadian dollars, Tesla created an artificial compliance model priced at 44,199 Canadian dollars with an unacceptably low range of just 94 miles, 151 kilometers. This allowed Tesla to receive millions in incentives, despite selling models that normally wouldn't qualify. Since 2019, Tesla has received more EV incentives in Canada than any other company. They have received 713 million Canadian dollars in incentives, and Canadian taxpayers have subsidized Tesla purchases totaling 115 million Canadian dollars. This aggressive strategy ultimately backfired. It became a cornerstone of the current investigation and led to Tesla's exclusion from the program. Trump's tariffs and international trade tensions. The Tesla Canada crisis is happening at the same time as the United States, and its trading partners are having more and more trade disagreements. On March 26, 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a permanent 25% tariff on imported cars, set to take effect on April 3rd. Trump said that if the European Union helps Canada, he would impose even larger punitive tariffs. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney strongly responded, calling Trump's auto tariffs a direct attack on Canada's workers and industries. On March 27th, Carney quickly called an emergency meeting with important government leaders to discuss how to respond to what he called Trump's attack. Trump says these tariffs are meant to increase American car production and reduce the need for foreign parts. However, economists and industry experts say these tariffs could have bad results. Even American car brands get many important parts from other countries. This means that these tariffs could increase production costs, reduce profits, and ultimately slow sales for companies like GM, Ford, and Tesla. World leaders have criticized the situation. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva is worried that U.S. trade policies could weaken international cooperation and hurt global trade. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that the EU would take steps to protect its consumers and businesses. German officials, including Economy Minister Robert Habeck and Auto Industry Association President Hildegard Müller, warned of negative consequences for global supply chains and called for diplomatic solutions to avoid a tariff spiral. Before we dig in further, take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us reach more viewers like you. Now let's chart the next course and break down what's coming next. Tesla's market performance and stock volatility. Tesla's stock price has been very unstable recently. On March 25, 2025, Tesla shares rose 12%, which was the biggest increase in a long time. But they are still 44% below the record high they reached in December. After Canada decided not to include Tesla in its EV incentive programs, Tesla shares dropped 5.6% to $272.06. This broke below important technical levels and led to a substantial decrease in the company's market value. These ups and downs in Tesla's stock price show that investors are worried about the company's future. Some investors see these drops as a chance to buy, believing that Tesla is a leader in the electric vehicle market and that its investments in self-driving technologies will pay off. However, Elon Musk's controversial leadership style, political statements, and aggressive pricing strategies create uncertainty about the company's future. European challenges and market share decline. In early 2025, Tesla's European sales dropped significantly. In January and February, the number of new cars registered fell 47.1% to 11,743. This has reduced Tesla's share of the European market from 2.5% to 1.4%. This decline is due to both business and political reasons. Competition from Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers and new models from European brands is one reason for the decline. The EU's new rules about carbon emissions and the possibility of taxes on imports from China make it even harder for Tesla to do business in the region. In the world of politics, Elon Musk's controversial statements in Europe have hurt Tesla's reputation. His support for the far-right Alternative for Germany party in Germany and his involvement in UK politics have made him unpopular with potential customers across Europe. These controversies, along with other challenges, have led to a tough situation for Tesla in Europe, making it necessary to come up with new strategies to keep its position. Political backlash and public reaction. Musk's connection to Trump and his political views have led to criticism from many people. In Canada, Tesla dealerships have been targeted in protests and acts of sabotage. In Ontario, over 80 Tesla vehicles had their tires slashed and bodywork scratched. In Montreal, protesters sprayed paint on a Tesla dealership and then sat in. These protests show that people are angry about Musk's support for Donald Trump and his political positions, which are different from Canada's focus on producing things in the country. The Canadian government's decision not to include Tesla in its national electric vehicle incentive programs seems to be influenced by the idea that Tesla is a competitor to its economic protection strategy. Tesla's plan for the future? To deal with this problem, Tesla might have to change how it delivers products to customers in North America and work better with the Canadian government. The company might decide to take legal action against Canada's decision. It could argue that its exclusion from incentives is unfair, but the Canadian government doesn't seem to be changing its mind, so it probably won't change soon. Tesla also needs to get back lost market share in China and Europe, possibly by using more aggressive pricing strategies. The company needs to adapt to global trade shifts by reevaluating its approach to tariffs and political risks. If Tesla lowers prices to compete with Chinese manufacturers, it might lose money. Alternatively, Tesla could protect its brand value by focusing on the premium electric vehicle segment instead. Conclusion: a turning point for Tesla and the global EV market. These developments are an important moment for Tesla and the whole electric vehicle industry. As trade wars intensify and governments change their EV incentive programs, the landscape is changing a lot. The next few months will show if Tesla can change its strategy to deal with these problems. What's your take? Can Tesla deal with these challenges and keep its place as a leader in electric vehicles (EVs? Or will a mix of political pushback, more competition, and trade limits change the company's path a lot? Will Tesla be able to repair its relationship with the Canadian government and get support for electric vehicle EV incentives that have helped the company grow in the North American market? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates, deep dives, and industry insights. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious and stay fueled. Feel free to check out any of the videos on the screen. There's plenty more to explore.